There we go. 1, 2. All right. We're on. We're on. Hey, wait. This is wrestling. Don't we get a ding, ding, ding or something?
I don't know.
Coming down the ring or something, something.
I don't want nobody to know my weight. What you
Oh,
talking
damn.
about? I'm from the Bronx. They don't even know how
I
heavy
know,
I am.
right? Coming in from the Bronx. Weighing in. No.
I might weigh more than Rey Mysterio right now.
Oh, damn. Hey, anyway, welcome to Wrestling Talk here on the LDM Radio Sports Talk. Man, there's so much talk.
A lot of talk.
But, yeah, so we're going to, jump right into it. Payback just finished. First of all, let's give our ratings from 1 to 5 on the whole thing.
I will give a 6 out of 10, which I'm surprised I'm giving it a 6 out of 10.
6 out of 10?
Yeah.
Man, that's a high.
That's why I said I'm surprised.
It's kind of high.
I mean, okay. What about you? Before we get into the whys.
I don't even think I would go up to a 6. What people call it?
Turtle time?
Yeah, they know we on the air. They want to call. And
It's not 6 o'clock yet.
Well, I should have shut off
Yeah,
the.
see,
Yeah.
you want to be mad at people. They trying to hit you up before you do your thing.
Yeah, that's what it is. But anyway, I think I'll probably give it like 4.5 out of 10.
All right, now I get it, right? I get a score below 5, and I know for some people 5 is like, what is a 5? So 5 is kind of like
5 is
it's average, it's meh in our scaling. Like for some other people, it might be
Like half of the matches were good. Basically,
right, exactly. But look, for me, this is a major pay-per-view event, post SummerSlam, so it's automatically going to have a lesser card because SummerSlam is their number 2 event, right? And you're missing Roman Reigns. You're missing that whole bloodline storyline, essentially.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm a little glad it's over, pretty much done with.
They're still trying to drag it, but it's just the mere fact that one of the biggest driving forces is going to be lacking out of this, right? And I can't say that I was bored watching. Yeah, there were things that could have been better, a lot of things that could have been better, but all in all, at the end of the day, I was entertained. I think I would have given it higher if I felt that Rhea Ripley and her squad walking away with all the gold
Was a mistake?
I don't think it was a mistake, but it doesn't excite me or feel as good or even
because
as
you pretty much knew it was going to happen.
No, it just doesn't feel as disparaging as when the Undisputed Era did it.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like when the Undisputed Era did it, whether you liked them or not, like if you liked them, you were like, yeah, and if you didn't, you're just like, holy crap, can anybody beat them? Right? When these guys do it, one of the titles is from NXT anyway, you're kind of like, eh. And then no one really has the championship, right? They have a tag team championship, the bag that's supposed to assure them. You still had a 5th member that might mess up the whole flow of everything, and then Rhea Ripley is the only real dominant one.
One that really fights.
So it wasn't that them getting the gold was bad. It was kind of just like the gold they have, how they did it. It just felt untogether, like one Undisputed Era, and they've been one of the few groups to actually get every title. Normally, a group like DX will get 3 out of 4, or 2 out of 3. These guys got 4. Everybody has a title, and it just doesn't hit as hard.
Yeah, but now that we're talking about fractions, the Shield got all the belts again.
Oh yeah, Ambrose has a belt too.
Ambrose has a belt.
Mm-hmm.
Roman Reigns has a belt.
Seth Rollins
has a belt.
That Nakamura joint, man. That was just a weird rivalry to begin with.
So, are we frozen? Well, we'll just keep on talking.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, because I noticed that. I was like, wait a minute. I was watching AEW, and I'm like, wait, the Shields got the belt again. Or, all of them.
I wonder why someone got that belt now.
Well, yeah, AEW and WWE, they can continue.
Just back and forth and back and forth and back.
It's like, why?
Why? Because who else is there? Pretty much anybody that was against WWE is somehow affiliated with AEW right now. Right? All those leagues are affiliated, except with what? Except for Ring of Honor?
No, Ring of Honor is with AEW.
Yeah. I'm just saying, most of their storylines, they haven't been as intertwined as, let's say, Impact is what I'm saying.
Right, yeah. Like Impact is.
Ring of Honor still does Ring of Honor stuff, and then, AEW people be there. It's how I feel about it,
Yeah.
The Impact has literally given away their top championship to AEW wrestlers. So
and the Ring of Honor heavyweight.
Yeah.
So, and now the championship, not Luke, I was going to say Luke Gallo. Goodness gracious. The other two now they have the belt for AEW for the
Harper.
no
Oh.
Hopper. I think it's don't have his belt no more. I think they just gave him the belt just for the heck of it. But let's jump before we jump into AEW. Let's jump into the matches. First match, cage match.
Uh,
What you thought about it?
it.
And this cage match was two females who pretty much dominated the old era and dominating the new era.
My thing is this whole storyline with Trish Stratus. It was mildly amusing, and then they dragged it, right? When the two of them were talking all that crap and they had their first match, that should have been it.
Yep.
Right? I love Trish Stratus. She's not the same Trish Stratus. Not to say that she moves a lot better than I expected her to, especially for being out
But
of
she does.
the
Yeah,
ring.
there's some moves that she still can't do.
You know what I'm
That's why
saying?
she doesn't do it.
And then you have Becky Lynch, who is still, I wouldn't say she's in her prime, but she's still far above a lot of other current wrestlers. So for her to have to try and make sure it looks good, it always kind of hurt their match to me. I would have loved to see them if it was possible, perfect time prime Becky Lynch versus prime Trish in the ring. So for me, that legend versus next gen thing doesn't always work. But in a cage match,
I was thinking they were going to throw Lita's music just to throw it to mess her up, and then that would be a way
that
of
would have been interesting.
winning the match.
Bringing in the new girl, I would have actually preferred if she was involved more.
Yeah.
Like,
well, now
because-
she is. Now she's fighting Trish now.
Yeah, but I'm just I wish she was involved in their match more. You know what I'm saying? I think that would have helped in having Becky not have to lower her skill
Herself.
set. You know what I'm saying? It's a cage match. They could have even spent more time on Becky getting beat up just to kind of compensate, and then have Becky figure her way out. At one point, the girl busted through the door, right?
That's the thing.
Why
I don't
did no
understand.
one walk out the ring? While this girl is beating up Becky Lynch, Trish should have just walked out and been like, "I'm the greatest there ever was." That's another thing that failed for me in this match. Is she could have just left.
That could have been the perfect storyline where she's beating up Becky, and then all of a sudden she hits Trish by mistake.
Right.
They arguing, and then
Becky
Becky's
crawls out.
knocking on the gate, talking about hello.
Right,
I won already.
I'm out.
And then that rivalry would start because now she's saying you made me lose my match.
I just feel that with such a big holy crap moment, it should have.
Yeah,
been,
they missed the holy crap.
Yeah, because once the girl busts in there and you're like, oh snap, the door's open. You could have done more. With
Yeah,
that.
I don't understand that. It was the same thing with NXT with the two tag team that came back.
Yeah, when he rips the door open,
he ripped the
too.
door wide open.
Wide open.
I was like, okay.
Why is
now
your
we
brother
got
still in
Kane.
the ring?
We got Kane now, huh?
No, you know what? Considering that he's supposed to be the bulky brute anyway,
Right.
I'm okay with that. But again, you could rip the door open after getting beat up so bad you weren't in the match, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why is he just not ending the match in the next 5 seconds?
Nah, it's and then he got beat up in the back. So it's a lot to go. I'm trying to find the other ones. I think the second match was the only good match that I thought was, the Becky one was okay. Out of 5, I'll probably give it a 3.5. It was good. It could have been, more or push more. And then you have the Cody.
The Cody Rhodes match. Man.
Exactly. You can say Cody Rhodes was fighting? That's how it was.
I mean,
You don't remember anything that really happened.
after Lesnar. I mean, what?
Who-
He's not even fighting someone who's thinking about fighting for the belt.
Yeah. I just can't believe where he battled, this great giant, and then he's taking his time to beat this little skinny. That's the only thing I didn't like. I'm like, okay, no, it doesn't work.
I know I laughed at the John Cena getting back in. So
Yeah, that's the next one I was going to say.
That was the other thing. So the reason why John Cena is even back in WWE was that a bunch of his projects are on hiatus due to the writer's strike. So literally, WWE was just like, "Hey, you're still on our roster. We could use you, and we'll write any storyline that you need, so that way you can leave at any point in time."
Yep.
That's literally the offer that's made on the
But
table.
now
right
he
now.
came back to fight again.
Well, he's gonna fight.
Hopefully, they give him the belt, so he can at least pass
beat Flair,
Flair,
yeah.
and then he can,
I mean, the question.
Now I wonder, is it
question
John
is-
Cena that doesn't want to pass him, or is it
I don't,
because I don't think it's Vince McMahon, because Vince McMahon and Flair don't like each other.
I don't know what it is, and it may be the fact that Vince doesn't like Flair, but Triple H has all the respect in the world for him.
Yeah, that's probably.
That's where we're at. That's the impasse. It could be Cena, because
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Cena has a lot of respect
for the history of what he does.
So,
I think the be all end all though is, do you even do it when you know it's Cody's turn? I'm sorry.
right.
I don't care if you give him Seth Rollins' new belt. I really want you to give him Roman Reigns' belt.
That's who I wanted.
But he needs to hold.
Or
the
let John
head.
Cena take Roman.
No.
What do you think?
No. Nope. And John Cena can take Seth. He can't take Romans.
Yeah, that's true.
He can't take Romans. He cannot hold the WWE
But speaking about
championship right
Steph and Rikishi. Rikishi.
now. Rikishi. Wow.
Oh my
you took
God.
It all the
Woo,
way back.
I took it back.
What was
Shinsuke.
it? What was that post that said John Cena been fighting the bloodline for 20 years?
Yeah, that's why. But Shinsuke, and I give that a 4.5, because it could have been a little bit better.
I feel like that matchup was like 5 years too late.
But it was a good one though. I can see that.
But this is not the Nakamura that walked into the WWE where you're thinking he might actually win the title. You're like, oh, they just needed somebody to fight Seth going into it, right?
Yeah, and someone that can beat.
They built this rivalry out of whatever. Nakamura right now, unfortunately, is a mid-card guy.
Yeah, that's what.
You get what I'm saying?
That's
like
sad.
if you really pay attention to where Nakamura is, he's like that mid-card guy whose name is still legendary. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He's not really going to win the belt, but you kind of hope he does. It's like what we all thought Kofi Kingston was before he won the belt.
Right.
That Intercontinental Championship
He's
guy.
going to get the belt back when we
Right.
least suspect it.
Exactly. So if Nakamura, and I don't let Nakamura hold the big belt. He's only held like the Intercontinental or the U.S.
Yeah.
And
wasn't he in NXT a champion?
in NXT he was a
Yeah.
champion, but that's NXT.
Right.
Right. And I'm sorry, they tried to build it as the third brand, like a big brand. And it's still the minor leagues of WWE. And I'm not saying about the talent, but I'm saying that's just really what it is. So the whole
I think that's why they're throwing WWE stars
back
over there.
in there. Well, honestly, what they're throwing back into NXT aren't even like old NXT people to hype up the audience. They're throwing in people that they don't know what to do with on the main card.
Yeah.
It's a demotion. It's not even trying to help NXT. It's just like,
Dominic took the
you're
belt.
on our payroll. Go over there.
Dominic took the belt. Now
Dominic took the
this girl wants to go over there and get the women's championship belt. It's like, come on.
Dominic took the belt that he should have always been trying to get. He got fast forwarded.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's got the secondary belt at NXT.
Mm-hmm.
You get what I'm saying? Like,
Well, that was the belt he was eyeballing when he was there. And then when they threw him over.
because supposedly that was the greater of the two champions,
Mhm.
as far as he was accepting all challengers. The other championship, they have a clear storyline, whatever. They
Yeah.
even held back what's his face son,
Yeah.
the King. They held back his I guess that's his grandson.
Well, no, yeah, his grandson.
His grandson. From moving up to the main roster, which was part of the reason why he lost it, because people liked him as the bad guy,
Mm-hmm.
and we haven't seen him really do much in weeks.
Yeah, and
He's
now the dog is heel.
Exactly. No, but that's what I'm saying. People
Yeah.
liked him as a heel. That they said, well, we need to keep him here a little longer to keep the ratings up.
And Rey Mysterio match
Corny.
is I give it a 2. I'm sorry. Rey Mysterio still is doing it, but you can see he was forcing to make this guy look a little good because he couldn't handle him. Rey Mysterio's too fast.
This is my thing. I'm sorry, but I love Rey Mysterio. I love everything he's done, but I can see the difference between Rey Mysterio now and Rey Mysterio when he was 19.
Well, you can see it when he's just standing there.
But no.
Big belly and all,
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. When he's in ring, right, his high-flying speed style, I think Austin Theory was much faster than him.
You think so?
And he had to slow down, and that's what is awkward.
Oh, that's probably where the
awkwardness is. Rey
All right.
Mysterio is like you said, a heavier dude.
Yeah.
He's still probably quicker than some of the big guys, but he really never adjusted his game to go with his size. And I think watching him wrestle, that that hurts me because I'm just like, bro, you
Yeah, he needs
can't
to.
be doing some of them
He needs
things
to retire.
no
I
more.
thought he was going to retire. Now that his son
I think
is
they
doing
gave him
good.
one last title run.
Right.
And he'll win maybe 2 or 3 times, defend
Stay
the
as a
championship.
manager.
And
Push LWO.
I
That's
think
all.
I think he was gonna do that until the guy got hurt.
Yeah.
So they had to whatever, and then they might do a transfer where they fight for the belt again. Hey, I want to give you another shot now that you're healed, kind of a thing, because you never got a chance to fight for, and you legitimately beat me. Give him the belt, and then he runs the LWO until he's ready to go. That's what I want. That's what I would love, but.
Or honorary, give it to him and say, I just want to sit back and be a manager.
Nah, you can't do that. You can't just give him the
or let
belt.
him win.
Because
Win a match.
Becky couldn't give up the belt even though she was pregnant. She had to wait for money in the ring. What was that? Money in the Bank.
Yeah, and give it to
whoever won it.
and that was Oscar at that time. And then the loss of the tag team belt.
I mean,
I give that the best match of the day.
That might be the best match.
Especially the Swanton from a top. That was crazy.
No, but for me, I knew it was happening. Kevin Owens has been out a lot lately.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
He was still injured.
He was in that match. That's what I'm saying.
It was like, yo, you're gonna have to take a break.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, and they thought they could do the 4 Horsemen kind of a thing, and yada yada. I get it, but knowing that we haven't seen, like, at least if he would show up, like even the other night, right, when Sami Zayn was fighting on Raw, he got his butt beat. Kevin Owens comes out to save him. He hadn't been doing that the last few weeks. Sami Zayn started asking other people for help, and it's like, you could see it coming. And their championship was never meant to be long.
Yeah, but overall, we didn't really like it. Payback.
I could say it was worth watching.
I'm just glad there's not pay-per-view no more. That I had to spend $50.
Right.
Because I would have been mad.
I would have been mad. I would have been mad.
But other than that, let's see what happens.
You know what? Maybe if
AEW
it was
has
worth $50, you might have got $50 worth.
Yeah. AEW got they're coming up too, so I'm gonna watch that and see how they are gonna be reacting with it.
Without CM Punk.
Without CM Punk, that's another
your loss.
Yeah, another dream. But Chris Jericho and all of these guys are now. Chris Jericho's a little upset because he's like, now I gotta go and step up again. Like he's trying to leave, and he has to keep coming back.
There's always nonsense.
Yeah, that was our little wrestling talk for today. If you like it, like I said, let us know. And we
some more.
Bring it back and stuff. But I want to do one where we're going to talk about backstage stuff that is going on, like the CM Punk fights and all that stuff. You know,
man. At the end of the day, it may be staged, but it's real. You feel me?
Oh yeah,
it's real.
And thank you for Roku TV for letting us air. Now y'all guys are listening to us on Roku TV. So we'll check you out next time.